Good evening, my name is Newsome, and I'm going to talk you through jumping out of a military high-performance aircraft. So the first thing I'm going to cover are the 5 points of performance. So the first point of performance would be the check body position, proper exit, and count. So the first thing you will do when exiting the aircraft is properly hand off your static line to the safety. You will then turn 90 degrees into the door, square your shoulders to the door, and jump out of the aircraft, out 36 and up 6. And then you will count to 6,000. At the end of your 6,000 count, you will go into your second point of performance, which is check canopy and gain canopy control. To do this, you will grasp your risers, the 4 elongated pieces of webbing that are going up to your canopy, and you will look up and make sure that your canopy is fully exposed with no holes or damage. You will then move into your third point of performance, which is keep a sharp lookout during your entire descent and compare your rate of descent. So you make sure that you have a 25-foot separation between each jumper and you compare your rate of descent. If you're falling faster than your fellow jumpers, you will automatically activate your reserve parachute utilizing the pull drop method. Okay, then you will move in then to your fourth point of performance, which is prepare to land. So approximately 250 feet above ground level, you will look below you to make sure there are no fellow jumpers, and you will slip with the risers into the direction of your drift into the wind to slow your rate of descent and prepare to land, which brings you in your fifth point of performance, which is land. So you will prepare yourself to land by keeping your feet and knees together, knees slightly bent, your eyes open and chin on chest, and you will then land and hit all 5 points of contact, which are the balls of the feet, the calf, the thigh, the buttocks, and your pull-up muscle. Okay? So this takes you into getting on the ground. So I would like to cover some other procedures while you're in the air. Okay? So while you're in the air, to activate the reserve parachute, you have a ripcord handle on the top of your reserve parachute that's approximately located right here. If you have to activate that, you will make sure your other hand is not in front, pull the ripcord handle up and out, and then drop it. And this will activate your reserve parachute. Okay? Now, collisions and entanglements. If while jumping, you see that you're drifting toward another jumper, you automatically try to steer away from that jumper utilizing your risers, the same way you slipped into the wind. If you cannot do that, you will spread eagle position and try to bounce off his suspensions, the things holding his risers from his canopy. If you cannot do that, and you become in his entangled in his chute, you will try to weave your way back out. If you cannot, you will then climb down to him, and you will both grab your risers, okay, and prepare to land. If one canopy should collapse, you're good to go, because one canopy can sustain 2 fully combat-equipped jumpers. If both canopies collapse, you will turn away and activate your reserve parachute. This moves us into the emergency landings, and the last part that I will cover. Okay, there are 3 types of emergency landings. You have tree landings, wire landings, and water landings. So if you see yourself drifting to any of these situations, you will try to steer away from the hazard and land on a solid piece of earth. If you cannot, for tree landings, you will maintain what you have and rotate your hands in front of your face so the branches and stuff will not hit you in the face. When you become entangled in the trees, you will then just stay there and maintain what you got until help arrives. If you see yourself going toward wires, again, you will try to steer away from the wires utilizing your risers. If you cannot do that, you will, once you hit the wires and make contact with the wires, you will be prepared to land in case you pass through the wires completely. If you get hung up in the wires, please do not try to lower yourself down, as grounding will cause electric shock. The last one I will cover, water landings. So with water landings, they take the most time to prepare for. So you will again try to slip away. If you cannot, you will undo the chest strap, seat yourself in the saddle, remove your helmet and throw it and look where it lands, and then you'll be prepared to hit the water. Once you hit the water, you will then activate your leg straps to slide yourself out of the harness, get from underneath the canopy, and swim upstream away from the canopy. Okay? These are the steps that we'll take to properly exit the aircraft, hit the ground, and other things that will help you in the air if you cannot maintain a proper separation or find yourself in an emergency situation. If you follow these, in conclusion, if you follow these steps and use them properly, you will be able to exit the aircraft land on the ground, and live through it and to jump another day. Thank you very much.